Hi, this is Kevin with Fighting Fear with Kevin Ashworth, talking today about anxiety. I'm the co-director of an anxiety clinic, Northwest Anxiety Institute in Portland, Oregon, where we treat anxiety disorders such as OCD, social anxiety, hoarding disorder, and the like, using exposure response prevention, which is a type of cognitive behavioral therapy. I do bi-weekly blogs talking about anxiety topics, parenting. And so today I want to talk about safety behaviors. Safety behaviors is a term we use when describing things that people do to protect themselves in scary situations. So one thing that many people say when they come and see us is, if exposure therapy would work, it would have already worked for me because I already put myself in scary situations. And what they mean is they kind of manage themselves in distress while doing things they don't like. So for example, if you struggle with social anxiety, you may stand in line and get a cup of coffee, but while you're doing that, you're very, very uncomfortable. And you think, well, if you made me do that in exposure therapy, it wouldn't be helpful. The difference is we look at these safety behaviors. What do you do to somehow protect yourself while you're standing in line? To somehow, sometimes trick yourself into believing that you're doing something that will reduce potential anxiety. So in that example, some people would count out the correct change or make sure they have their card ready so they don't have to fumble in their purse. They would only go into the coffee shop when the line is smaller. They would know exactly what they would like to order before they get to the front, or they'll stand to the side while they're picking what they would like. All these things limit the potential of having a socially awkward opportunity. The bad thing about that is if you're successful in that situation, meaning you don't die from a panic attack and nothing terrible happens, your anxiety can trick you into telling you, yeah, you survived, but it's because you did all these little things. And that really pulls away from people's confidence and also from their knowledge and their own kind of physical experience that they can do something that is scary. So safety behaviors come up in lots of different types of anxiety. For people with OCD, depending on the type of OCD, there's many, many, many types of safety behaviors. And it could be anything from reassurance seeking or checking, and sometimes the word safety behavior can be used interchangeably with a compulsion. It really just depends what it is. For people with panic disorder, we know a very common safety behavior is, of course, carrying around their anti-anxiety medicine, or having a water bottle or a cell phone. The use of technology has become a huge safety behavior for a lot of people. People feel very scared if they do not have their phone with them. And so whether that's engaging socially, think of the last time you were riding in an elevator with somebody and probably the first thing you did was just look down at your phone. That could be a safety behavior. And how do we define something as a safety behavior versus a preference? It's just, if you're doing something to prevent the feeling of anxiety or to mitigate the feeling of anxiety, we would call it a safety behavior. So if you're looking down at your phone because you're genuinely interested in what's on your phone, I would say it's not a safety behavior. If you're looking down at your phone because you don't want to tolerate that awkwardness of sitting in an elevator with someone, then the same behavior becomes a safety behavior. So we look at the function of those behaviors. So in doing one thing every day that scares you, for this to be effective, what I would like you to do is really think about how you can be vulnerable. So exposure therapy is about doing something that is scary but without the safety behavior. So it first really requires you to look at, what do I do when I'm in that situation that I believe actually helps me in that situation? So it's somewhat controversial because a safety behavior can be interchangeable with the word coping. And many times people are given lots of coping strategies to manage a situation. In fact, some people would suggest that going into a coffee shop with your credit card ready and all these other things is just a way to help tolerate anxiety. But what I believe and what we know is that those things actually reduce your confidence in your ability to be successful in overcoming your anxiety. So if you would like to challenge yourself, whether that is going into a coffee shop or standing in an elevator or putting your phone down, make sure that you're not employing all of the safety behaviors. And when we work with people, what we do is we just take one away at a time, very systematically. Of course, you can't reduce all of them at once. So that's the intro to safety behaviors. If you have any questions on that, please write to me. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, Fighting Fear with Kevin Ashworth. You can email me at kevin@nwanxiety.com. Like I said, I'm trying to do these twice a week to provide information, and so I would love to use you guys out there as people that are as topic interests. So if you have a topic interest, let me know, and I'll certainly be happy to talk about it or just a question. Thanks so much. Have an awesome day. Fight fear, find freedom. Thanks.